Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny Ray
and Amber Lowe. Yes!
Woo! Obviously, we are still so excited to be part of Spotlight,
which is a project from Apple Podcasts spotlighting a podcast each month. And this month is us!
It's all about us this month. Of course, each and every episode we will be bringing you the best of fashion news,
pop culture,
and of course we're going to get into the lives of the city girls.
Oh my God, and the lives are living.
Listen, from last week to this week, we went from like season 4 to season 6.
A lot has happened, literally a week today.
A lot has happened. And I think it's only right that we just get into the episode.
Yeah.
And we are here with Amaarae.
Yes.
It's so amazing sitting down with you today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
and you look
for having me.
stunning.
Oh, thank you. No, I try to get cute for you guys.
Try to
put it on for y'all.
So the Fountain Baby tour has started.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going well so far. We're like 3 dates in. It's been a lot, just kind of moving from city to city. But so far, so good. I'm enjoying it. The fans have been amazing.
I can imagine. I saw someone has Fountain Baby tattooed on them.
And
now I'm like, why did I never think of that? So now I'm like,
you should get
do
one.
I need it? I feel, do you have...
all the fans that are like getting it, we would basically have a matching tattoo. Like we would be, kindred spirits. So I'm encouraging all the fans.
How does that make you feel?
That was crazy because I think it's cool. Like, it's a testament, I guess, to what you mean to people or like the impact that you have, and like to just be in the club and she's like, I have a Fountain Baby tattoo. And I'm like, oh, you have the same one that I got. Like, that's really, really dope. And I think it's cool to just see fans feel like they're genuinely a part of the world. Like I'm happy that I can make them feel that way.
And I think you definitely do. Your music speaks to so many people and like young women as well, so I can completely understand why they would feel so connected. I feel like your music is very, oh my God, that's the life I'm living as well, and she's kind of living it too, and it's like, oh, so we all have this shared experience of like everything that's going on, whether it's like love, sex, rock and roll, like whatever it is, we're all like having this shared experience. I think that relatability is what's really nice.
That's fire. Yeah, I mean, I think that I try to make music first for myself, honestly, and for like the life that I'm living, but also just because I care about like how girls feel when they listen to my music. Black girls especially, and most specifically, like that's the first like step for me, is like girls that are seeing me should be seeing themselves, and should be feeling like great about themselves and should feel sexy. But then also I think that there's a side to things where sometimes you have questions about love or your journey and so on and so forth. So I think it's dope to just see women feel confident to my music specifically. Like, that's hard.
No, that relatability point is so key. The other day on my IG story, I was asking people to send me song recommendations because I was like, I want to wake up and play a song that makes me feel motivated, hustle, go get this bread, but make it soft life. I'm just a girl.
Period.
I'm just a girl.
Period.
And the recommended song was Sad Girls Love Money.
Oh, crazy.
And I was just like, why did I not think about that? Because it really is like, no, we're going to get this paper, but the sound of it is like, yeah, I'm a fly girl. I absolutely love that.
No, that's hard. I love that.
So in terms of your sound, I know you don't like the idea of like being boxed into the wider Afrobeat sound. How would you describe your sound as this continue to evolve?
I think my sound is rooted in African music, whether it's like Afrobeat or, whatever. But I've just traveled so much and I've lived in so many different places and lived so many lives that there's also other influences. Like you can hear like rock influences, pop influences, world music influences. Like, it's just, it goes on and on and on. Rap and hip hop is like a big kind of foundation for what I do. So I think for me, I feel like it kind of goes back to thinking about what a lot of young African women and what a lot of young Black girls are in this like life and world. Like, we're all so well traveled. We're all like having these really, really profound but very diverse experiences. And I think that the way that my music comes across and just blending so many genres is just a reflection of that.
I wanted to ask as well, leading on to that. So then what is the process of starting a song for Amaarae? Because you have so many different sounds and they all come together really well too.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like not many people can do that, dip into different sounds and it all works. But like when, you're in the studio, you're sat down, what is that process? How does a song start for Amaarae?
I think different songs start in different ways. Like Co-Star was just I have my sound engineer is very young. So when he started the album with us, he was 19 and we were all like 25, 26 up into like late 30s is like the oldest person in like, in the music group. And he was telling us, he was like, yeah, like, do y'all know about this app Co-Star? Like he was putting us on because we didn't know about it, right? So he kind of like told us about it and he's like, oh, since we're all working on the album, let's all join Co-Star so we can all see each other's like, we can all see each other's forecast for the day. So the next day we come into the studio and we all get drunk and like we're just joking around and then it becomes a running theme of like, let's try to make a song about the star signs, but instead like let's talk about all the bad things about the star signs, because everyone has so many complaints. So it just depends. Like a song like Co-Star starts with, Noah, who's my engineer, who's like, oh, let's do this thing, and that builds from there. But a song like I'm trying to think, Come Home to God, like that was another night where we went to the strip club and partied and literally came back to the studio and it was like, all right, cool, now it's time to record Come Home to God. And then there's songs that I've just been in my bedroom and I've done by myself. Trying to think, what's like one that I did like just alone? Sex, Violence, Suicide is one of them. Princess Going Digital as well. You would think that was like a turn up, like, but no, that was just kind of like just me chilling in my bedroom, going back and forth with my co-writer that I work with, and just like, yo, this is what I want to say, and this is like, how I want things to feel. So it just really depends.
I love that there's so many different like stories that come, and I feel like that's what makes the songs really, really special as well. I just want to know, what are your star signs? Like, what do you know? Do you remember like your moon and your rising?
Yeah, I know my big three. So I'm a Cancer sun, Pisces rising, Gemini moon.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
I know. Double water. So I'm like, I'm sensitive, but I feel like Geminis are
they get a bad reputation
group.
Sometimes.
I have 2 Geminis in my family, and like I love them, but I can see how if they weren't my family members, I can see how people be like, those Geminis. Yeah, Geminis are. I think that they can be like too different. Like the ones that are, they can either be like cantankerous, like a Kanye, right? Or very calculated, like Kendrick. Yeah. But they're actually both cantankerous. One person is just better at like being very calculated about how they're gonna be cantankerous, So I think they're all the same. They're all crazy, but the execution, depending on the Gemini, is different. Yeah.
I love that. Also, Fountain Baby was listed in the top 10 albums of 2023 for The Guardian.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's news to me. That's what's up. Period.
Yeah. And which I think is absolutely amazing, speaking on your behalf, because it's only your second album. That's crazy to have such amazing recognition. I was going to ask how that makes you feel, but I guess I get a nice raw.
I just found out too. That's fire. I think it's cool. Not to see like critically people respect the album for the musicianship. That's fire. And then I think it's cool also to go out into the world and see that hand in hand with fans actually loving just great music, you know? But for it to be the top 10
out of
albums,
50?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's stunning.
That's intense. Whoa.
I was like, whoa, and the write-up is really good as well. I'll show you the article.
First of all, like, why did none of my publicists send me that? Maybe they probably didn't. I just missed the email.
They did.
But I don't remember seeing it, but that's really incredible.
I mean, I'm not surprised, though. Like, it's not a surprising thing. It's like, you should be there.
Yeah, but I guess when I think about probably like the artists that I grew up listening to and, them having critically acclaimed albums, you're just a kid that dreams about something like
Yeah.
that. Like whoever thinks it's really gonna happen, and like you get to a point where you're a respected musician at that level. You know, that's huge. Wow. Period.
Girl.
So just to switch quickly to the fashions, one thing about you don't play.
Oh, thank you.
You don't
I
play.
do my best.
I feel
do my
like you're
best.
a style icon in ways. People probably look to you for inspo, but I wanted to know, how do you kind of find your own personal inspiration and your personal style? Because I feel like your personal style is so distinctly you. So how, like, what's that process?
I think that it's probably taken me years of trying different things and knowing what works and what doesn't work. But I think the best lesson that I learned was like silhouettes and knowing what silhouettes look good on you and then playing within those silhouettes. I think that's been the best thing. And then the second best thing I think has been not being afraid of makeup and like really starting to get into that. First, it started with like, all right, I just like the black liner, the black lip, a brown lip. But now I'm starting to be like, you know what? Let's get into a bit of color. And who actually inspired me with that is JT. Like seeing her really step into like her fashion bag as far as makeup. I was like, you know what, JT, you're cooking. You're cooking. And I think I want to get in that bag too. So I think it's learning what works and what doesn't work as I get older and as I start to feel more comfortable in my body and like in my personality.
No, I love that. And obviously your father, he has a background in fabrics, being a fabric seller.
Wow, you guys are so well researched.
I did my
you're
research.
saying things and I'm like, wait, let me think. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, he does.
Yeah. So you're no stranger to like the fashion world, I guess, growing up in terms of like the textiles and things. And as of recent, you've been at many fashion shows. We've seen you dressed looking amazing. Do you see any kind of fashion work, business popping up in your future?
I would love to. But I think what I've realized is that actually takes a lot of work. Like it takes a lot of studying and understanding design. Like you can get up and make a t-shirt, I guess. But if you really want to hop into that bag, there's so much. It's like music. There's intricacies. But I would love to. I grew up with two parents who both, really loved fashion when I was a child. And, both were very into like, fabrics and textiles and stuff. So yeah, I think that if the opportunity presents itself, I would like to be a student first and then kind of develop that.
I was just going to say, as long as like the music doesn't stop, we don't want a Rihanna with you as well. So we stick to that,
so
please. please. Just
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how. I got like maybe one more album in me and then
the girlies need you.
What do you mean?
I feel like by the time it's time for me to like make a fourth or a fifth album, we're all gonna be mad grown. Like, so unless I'm going like a Sade route where I'm just about to slow it down and just make it real ambient and sexy and more fitting to probably who I will be at the time. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, maybe that's like the direction that I'll go in. 'Cause I don't think I'm not trying to be like 35, 36, 37 trying to make music for like 18, 19, 20, 25-year-olds. It's not going to make sense. Yeah.
I did see that albums coming this year. I've seen some track names and pictures and
wow.
things.
Yeah. We're working on the deluxe for the album, so that's gonna have, I think, like 5 new tracks, and then there's gonna be an EP at the end of the year. Yeah, and probably like some singles in between. So.
Okay.
She is a hardworking girl.
Oh, period.
You're right.
We have to feed the streets. We have to feed the streets.
5 more tracks. Absolutely love that. But I just really want to speak about our favorite song.
Oh yeah.
And it really resonates with us, and it probably resonates with a lot of the girls. Princess Going Digital.
Period.
Take me out the streets.
Take me out.
Please.
Can I just quickly, before we ask our question, we were out at like a friend's single launch thingy, and this DJ came, and I just want to say, the female DJs know. I knew it was a female DJ that had switched because she played that song, and I was like, the girlies know.
They do.
And literally, I was like, "Where's Prinny? Where's Prinny?" I saw she came running. She was like, "I had it in the toilets," and I came running because feel like that is the song. Like when that song played, I feel like we just sing with so much chest because it's like, "Now take me out the streets," but I love the streets. But take me out the streets.
Literally, take me out right now. And I wanted to know, in addition to the song, do you have any advice for like navigating the streets? Because we all know it is.
I'm navigating the damn streets myself. If somebody, I just think like the streets right now are so ugly. Like, whew, yeah, it's a mixed bag. Like, you never know what you're gonna get with people. And it's so insane. I'm like, have we all lost our minds? Like, what's happening? Am I the problem? Are you the problem? Are we the problem? Yeah. Collectively, are we the problem? There's no advice that anyone can give to currently navigate the dating scene of 2024 in our like youthful age. I don't know what's going on.
So it's like, you think it's like a global like epidemic at this point? Like it's happened, because I thought it was just in UK, London, UK.
Bro, it's a global epidemic like crazy. So before moving to LA, I spend a vast majority of my time in Ghana. And if you think the streets of London are dangerous, don't play with these Africans, bro. Don't play on their top. Like, it's real ghostly activity.
Ghostly?
And I think we've gotten to a point too where like, it used to be the guys. And I think it used to be women trying to figure out what's up with these men. But I think the women have now reached peak point where we're like, you know what? It's tit for tat now. And I think that's what's making the streets ugly, is the women have decided we're no longer we're not taking it lying down. So, you gonna do it? Oh, bet, it's on. And now we're all just wounded. And it's like, who's gonna love who? Who's gonna like, who's gonna like submit first? Who's gonna give up first? I really do think that we need a reset on like cultural love.
Yeah. How do you think that can happen? Do you have any like?
For sure. Yeah. I think that it starts with, honestly, media. Like, I think that we gotta hear more Black musicians make songs about real love and not just fucking.
Yeah.
Like, let's start there. Let's bring the romance and the music back. I think that we also have to see like more young Black people that are successful and that are dealing with the trials and tribulations of love in a healthy way in the movies that we watch.
Yes.
And in the media that we consume. Like, seriously, bro, like Krishan and Blueface, whatever's that. Like, that's like, no, right. Like, and I hate to. I'm an avid watcher of Zeus Network, and I hate myself for it. Yeah, do y'all watch Baddies?
I think I draw the line.
I don't even want to promote Baddies. So let's even change the subject, because, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with media like that, but I think that as long as there's a balance, I was on the plane recently and I was watching like Love Jones, and it's all, you know what I'm saying?
That film,
and like,
oh my gosh, I love that
girl. Nia Long is a photographer in that, and then the dude is a author, and they have all these friends that one is a comedian, bro, and they're all so well dressed and the swag, and there's so many movies in the 90s like that, like The Best Man, Poetic Justice. I could go on and on and on. And even in like television series like Living Single, A Different World, All of Us, One on One, the list goes on and on and on. There was a certain point where Black people were consuming media that was very intentional about relationships, whether it was romantic, familial, friendships, girlfriends, like, and it's all the peaks and valleys of it. So, yeah, I think that's where we start, in my opinion. I'm very passionate about this topic.
No,
so
I feel like it's true, but I feel you said like the girls, there was a switch that happened. I think that happened a few years ago, and I think we were a bit guilty of that as well, of girls thinking like, I'm actually not going to put up with this, but really deep down we actually all want the love, and so do guys, and so does just everyone. But I agree, I think we need to see it, and it needs to be something that we're consuming all the time rather than consuming a negative light of it.
But I do think that a lot of the work lays with the men more than it does with the women. I do think that
100%.
Bro, do you know so many Black girls, I know myself included, are going to therapy, are having real friendships with their friends where it's like it's constructive. They're like climbing up in the world economically. They're doing all these things for themselves, and like, no disrespect to the fellas, but I just feel like there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance. And then we're at the point, it's like, so where do we go from here? Like, do we settle? Are y'all going to meet us where we want y'all to meet us? Like,
what do we do here?
We're at a loss. We're at a loss. And, you know, the upward mobility of like Black women, I think is amazing. But I think that, you know, the inability of the men, I think, to kind of catch up is also alarming. And it's also what's causing a lot of destruction or instability, I think, in the Black romantic structure too. So
agreed. Well, Amaarae, you might have to start, you know, making them songs to bring lovers back together.
You know, I feel like I'm doing my part in it. You know, if you watch my videos, if you listen to my music, I feel like I'm promoting Black sexiness. So I'm doing my part. It's really, we need some more. The dudes need to bring back the romantic R&B and teach their fellow compadres like what it's like to love a woman and treat a woman right.
You need jukebox outside the window, love.
Literally,
like, you know
dancing in the rain.
What kind of dates do guys even take girls on anymore? Like,
Girl.
you know, you don't take girls dancing. Do y'all take girls to dinner? When you take girls to dinner, you complain about the check. Like, it's so many things that's going on. Y'all not taking girls to baseball games, basketball games, soccer games, paintballing. Like, where's the creativity?
There is none.
No.
We're pulling out our hair, and it's like, I don't want to have to do the date. If I can think of this, why can't you?
Like, when was the last time a man was like, yo, let's go dancing? Like, you know, like real dancing. Let's go to a salsa club. Like, you know?
But I also feel like social media has made it maybe difficult for them because people might be, oh, that's so corny. Why do you want to do that? You want to do that. So then the guys are getting so paranoid. Like, we were with a couple of guys yesterday, and I honestly think they're just really insecure about a lot of stuff.
I just think that I don't know. I think men are just, as you're saying, very paranoid, and they're very afraid to let their guards down. And I think that that's affecting just everything, you know. And it's like, how long are we going to play this game for, guys? You know?
Yeah. I mean, we need to wrap it up in about 2 years, please. I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to get out the streets. Yeah.
They are not wrapping it up. They're not prepared. I'm telling you. They're not ready.
This has been an amazing conversation and a great contribution. I hope people take a lot from this.
I know these niggas is gonna fry me like, Amaarae, shut up, da 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 da. But you know, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying we should do better as a community, as a whole.
We should. And I know we have to end now, but I know you've got your London show tomorrow and the day after.
Yes.
Are you excitable?
I'm super excited. One thing I love about London is like the cutest girls in the world always come to the shows, you know, and I think that that's the best thing. That's where I really get to see like the true representation of who my fans are, and I'm just gassed.
Yay, yeah. We'll be there.
Oh, period.
We'll be there.
Have a good time.
At the front. Thank you so much. It's been so stunning speaking with you.
Absolutely. You guys were wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. I can't believe it.
That was too good. Let's get the bill.
Wow, what an amazing time speaking to Amaarae.
What an amazing conversation.
Yeah, it was truly stunning.
Is that our first international guest on podcast? Yeah! Woo! Happy International Women's Month.
Yeah, gosh, what the hell?
What the hell?
I just love that she's basically us.
She's
like,
so
she's
cool.
Like every other girl. Like, I just love that her experiences aren't like so dissimilar to ours. Yeah, she's so cool. Did you see what she was wearing? Did you see what she was wearing?
She ate us up.
Okay. I was like, okay, my black t-shirt.
No, I did a TikTok getting ready, and I was like, I mean, there's nothing I can wear that will ever. But I'm gonna try. And she came in and was like, I'm ready to go on stage. And I was like, oh, okay, pop princess, let's get it.
This is your day to day. Of course it is. Bet.
Life of a superstar. But I guess before we like deep dive into the conversation, something that I really just learned from her, and I don't know why I don't act like a lady more often. I need to just travel with straws.
Oh, yeah.
Be ladylike.
Yeah. Basically, she asked for a tea, and then with her tea, she asked for a straw, but they didn't have one because she didn't want to mess up her lip gloss, so she just didn't drink the tea.
Period.
But I would have been there like, go. But because she didn't.
Like lipstick over everything, lip gloss, the makeup over everything. Like, let's just all
I need to take a leaf out of her book.
Stick to the script.
Stick to script. I need to wear my going out clothes.
Your
at
bad
1
boy
PM
fits.
on the whatever day.
On a weekday. No, because like this is me.
Yeah.
And I love when I asked her the question about fashion. I was like, obviously you're like a fashion. And she was just so humble. She was like, oh really?
Thanks. I was like,
girl,
what you're wearing.
Like if this is just casual, I'm so into it.
So into it. I'm like in love with her.
Oh, so
like, I
obsessed.
really fancy her.
Like more than before.
Yeah. Like, what do you think? You know. Sprinkle.
No. Yeah. Oh, she's such a girl.
Such a girl. And that's what I love. Like she is actually just like, I'm just a girl. We of course went to her concert as well.
Yes.
Which was
10/10. Defo recommend.
I just can't. I don't know. If you went, you will understand. And
Yeah.
if you didn't go, that's fine. The next time she's here, you have to go. It was a journey.
Oh yeah.
And it was just mesmerizing. Like a lot of the time, it was kind of like jaw dropping, in awe, like whoa, kind of vibe.
Yeah. Like moi, no bars,
no bars.
Period. So we actually know it's such a full circle moment because we know one of her producers who was the musical director for the show, KZ, and we've known him for a few years. Met him on this journey of podcasting. When I tell you, flowers.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, when we think about concerts and we think about artists, you kind of have like Beyonce and then everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like, that's kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's either like a Beyonce production or it's just like me and my guitar, or I've been doing this for a couple years. Like, this is all I got. Like, take it.
Yeah.
No. It was like seamless transitions from song to song. We had new production of the tracks where they're mixed with different
songs,
mixed with different beats, and it's like, I don't know what you're gonna sing next, and then you sing it over the same beat, and I'm like, what? I think there was a, what's that? Was it Lumidee? It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was. Yes, the beat of that song, and then she sang 2 songs over that, which was.
And now, like, as a DJ, my DJ hat, and I'm like, so I can mix these songs?
No, I'm like, that's why you did that.
Literally.
But it was just so perfect. And I was standing there thinking, this is what I want from concerts. I don't want to go and hear you sing back the song to me that's on Spotify.
Yeah, I want to.
Because I can do that at home.
Yeah. I want to be taken on a journey. She did an acoustic rendition of Reckless and Sweet, and that was the best thing I've ever heard in my life, and I need it on Spotify now. I didn't realise that I needed the song slowed down.
No!
Like, what?
Because I just hear it differently now. Like, the lyrics hit differently.
I said...
No.
Oh, anyway, if you know me, I never know lyrics anyway, and I definitely don't know Amaarae's
I was
lyrics.
like, how long are we going to mumble this for? But we had an outfit change as well.
We
did. We had a seamless outfit change.
She started off in a red latex, which is from Vex Clothing, and they've done like quite a few bits. They even did Barry Keogh from Keegan from Saltburn. Like, he's got a little outfit with them as well, and it was just like, when she came out, I said, okay, you didn't come to play. Stunning. And then she went into her leather outfit, which was made by Busybody, which was like bespoke, personalized. It's kind of like, you know, like cowboy jacket, suede, but then it's got like the extra flap, and then the flap has Amaarae on it in bejazzle.
Yeah.
Oh!
That look gave me like old school Destiny's Child,
yeah,
Survivor type. I'm a survivor. You know what I mean?
Wait.
You better lay low. Those who get it. Shout out Whitney Houston.
You better lay low. But like, nah, man, it's so good. And also the graphics. We have to get into the graphics. So she had it at Outernet. If you don't know, if you're not from London, Outernet is this venue on Tottenham Court Road, and it's like all graphics basically. It's like got loads of screenings and stuff, and there's like an outside bit available to the public, and then they've got their concert room. And when I first heard it was at Outernet, I was like, okay, like, why are you at the Outernet?
And we were standing in there like Karens. I was looking at the stage, I was like, where's the set? in my head, not out loud, but I'm just like, shady boots. I was like, I was like, nah, man, Amaarae, like, what's going? I'm looking like, where's the manager? Like,
Yeah,
what's
no,
going
what
on?
is going on? It
Like,
just
why is
seems
no
too
one-
calm.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like, this ain't the vibe. What? When that curtain got pulled back and the monitor was on,
the monitor was monitoring. The graphics took you to a whole dimension. So I don't know who designed the graphics. I did hard research, but I know that the head of lighting is Erica Dianne Hill. So I feel
The
like she
lighting
probably
too.
has a part with the graphics and the lighting too. So I'm going to shout her out, and also shout out the graphic designer. I don't know who it was, but it was just like so futuristic. Like
I felt like I was in the fountain.
I was in the fountain. Yeah. I'm going to get a fountain baby tatted on me. I actually feel like I'm going to get it done. Yeah.
Get it?
Oh, I just feel like, yeah, because I'm a fountain baby. What the hell?
Like, why would I not be?
Why would I not be? I'm so excited for everyone going tonight.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Everyone going yesterday.
Stunning.
Love her. Stunning.
No, yeah. New obsession. And it's always so surreal interviewing people that you love because you have to really be not like overly professional. Obviously you can be, we're like kiddie girls and kiddie bubs, but it's like I can't really get starstruck right now because I'm gonna lose my lines.
Yeah, I'm doing a job. I'm trying to provide information to the people, but I also need to let you know, like, I love you. I feel like we do a good job. We get the job done, then at the end is when we squeal and we're like, oh my god, and they're like, what the fuck, you've been so normal now, like, what is wrong with you?
I can't unsee how much I was smiling in that video. Like, tell me you're happy about telling me, like, what? Like, I don't think I've ever smiled that much on any content that is on our page other than our art cover artwork.
Yeah. Do you know what's so jokes? Me and Prinny, we obviously get nervous, but like I just realized that like every time someone's nervous or they want to, like we just hand, like there wasn't like, it was like, take the mic, your turn. Like there was no like da, da, da. It was like, I ain't talking now.
Yeah, no, you know what it is, because our interviewing style is always off the cuff, right? So when we have guests, we know how the episode went by the end of it. Yeah. We have a loose idea of what we want to ask, but we'll go with the conversation. So it might just be like in that moment, I just got brain freeze.
Yeah, and it's like, don't know what to say next. So
you got something? Yeah. You better have something. Because if you don't have something, I don't have something.
I don't have anything.
But no, honestly, love the conversation. Love her honesty. Loved her rawness. I also loved, well, I mean, not so much love because like we're here for the music, but her honesty in deeping where she is in her life in relation to music, and she doesn't see herself being mid-30s trying to be on tour and pushing an album, and sometimes that's okay to like have a moment, have a body of work that speaks for itself, and then go on to do something. It's very Rihanna without saying Rihanna. Rihanna hasn't said it, but she's also just like,
I'm not going to be up there
actually want from me?
Work when I got my 2 babies and like my makeup brand and my husband.
Like, I want to be a mum. Is that like, give me a minute? Like, I'm just not in that era right now.
And I think that's where like the crossover is like, they don't owe you anything, but then it's like,
you feel entitled,
You feel entitled. It's like, come on, man. You breadcrumbing me? Like, and I'm eating it up. Like, I'm trying to make a cake. You got to fucking give me some more albums, mate. What the hell?
What the hell?
I'm like, get back in. Well, I don't care what stage in your life you are. Make music that's relatable to that.
And, you know what? I'm really excited for the next project that Amaarae drops, because the seamless transition from Alte Afrobeats sounds to pop rock genreless. That's not even, we can't box it.
It was, mate, when she gave punk rock emo core, we were like,
no, like,
and it all goes together.
It goes together, like we can't. And yeah, I just think maybe we should just get rid of the genres.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, actually. Like when it comes to like Grammys and like Brits and they do all these genres, it's like, I was thinking, where does she go?
Yes, I was thinking that.
Where does she go? Because she doesn't fit in anything. Alternative?
And then that's a difficulty, because Rachel Chinariwi said the same thing. It's like, I can't remember, it's on Twitter or her Instagram, of how she describes her sound, but that doesn't fit. It doesn't fit neatly into anything. So then when your sound is alternative. It's like a kind of like alternative pop because it is still popular music, but it takes elements from maybe like R&B, soul, also rock, also maybe Afro sounds. Where are you gonna put me? African music performance of the year.
And then you're gonna have like 50,000 different genres.
Yeah.
Old African pop, old African rock. Like,
it's difficult. I'm an artist. I'm a lover of music. I hear sounds, and that this is what I create. Also obsessed with the fact that she used to be a DJ.
See,
for anyone who didn't know that.
Prinny told me that, and I was like, what?
This is me having the brain freeze. I always forget what I'm supposed to say.
I would love to hear her DJ.
I feel like DJs are just the best. In the pipeline of like DJ to producer, DJ to artist, I think is stunning because you appreciate music in a different way. I feel like I found a way to fine tune my brain so I can go out and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
But do you remember like the early days of DJing where when you go out, all you hear is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2. And I'm
like,
this song.
That's Amaarae.
Yeah. Or you're like, oh, this song could sound good with this song. Or I
Yeah.
hear this song, but I also hear a bit of this song. And you hear, I don't know, you just have such a sensitivity to production.
Yeah. And it's been hard to come out with it, but now I feel like I can appreciate the sound. So I'm like, sure, that doesn't go together, but I really like the fact that you brought these two songs together.
I really love the innovation.
Yeah, and it's like, but that's music. Like it's not meant to sound a certain way each time. Like you're meant to create something new that like at first sounds like so odd to the ear, but like then can be something so beautiful. And I think that's what's so nice about music. I've really been listening to different types of music as well. And I've been listening to like a foreign music, like
nice.
Portuguese and like jazz, Portuguese and like different languages and stuff. And I'm like, gosh, there's so many sounds that can be incorporated even into our sound.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like there's so much music out there.
There's so much music. Like, I remember, I think last year I went into a whole of like Brazilian rap.
Yeah.
Amazing. I have no clue what you're saying, but run it up.
Yeah. Spin that shit.
With one of these Amapiano songs, I can't remember which one. It's one of the ones that's trending now on TikTok. And somebody, South African, put the lyrics. And apparently he's like, my alcohol, you've ruined my life. I'm going to my family, I'm begging for money, alcohol.
And we're there like, yeah.
I'm like doing my Amma two-step, not knowing that I'm inviting all kind of alcoholic spirits into my soul.
Sight God.
Yeah.
Sight God. Like, it's amazing. Music is such a, when you really can understand me, and you know when you're young and you're like, people are like, I love music so much, and you don't get it, you're like, shut up. No, I get it. Like, it can bring you many different, it's a journey, man.
It's a journey.
And I respect Amaarae for always taking everyone. There were loads of different types of people at the concert. Yes, the diversity was like too sweet. I was licking my lips.
What killed me, I was waiting, when I was waiting for you outside, and these two white guys walked up to the queue, and the security guard was like, are you here for Amaarae? And they were like, yeah. And then they started giggling because they clocked on that it's a slight microaggression.
Yeah, that's a huge. It's like, you're white, there's black artists, and it's Amaarae. Like, what are you doing here?
like, are you lost? Because you didn't ask any of like the little like black girls or black guys. Yeah, it's not a little. That is a microaggression.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, it's amazing that you can have so many different people from so many different walks of life that relate to you in whatever way and love your music. And first of all, most importantly, paying money to see you. Because that's how we keep the artists going. You need to buy tickets for the shows. You have to buy the
tickets.
You need to buy the merch. You need to, because the stream, I don't know, I'm not in the contracts, but I don't think the streams are given what they're supposed to have gave.
The streams aren't given. To make minimum wage, I saw this on SBK's, Young SBK's Instagram. To make minimum wage of a song, you need to get like 880,000 streams or something like that, minimum.
Oh, a month or a year?
I guess maybe a month for minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Play the song on
Okay,
loop.
yes, some people are making that, but if you're like a small artist or up and coming artist, you're not making anything, and that's with minimum wage. That's not even making bank.
Ciao.
It's a bit redonkulous, if you ask me.
If you ask me.
If you ask me.
Me. I'm trying to think of how any other takeaways. I just love her.
I love her.
I love her take on the dating scene. It's hell, it's horror, but it does start with music. I think we've said that on the pod many times of like, bring romance back, standing outside my door. I think it is slowly happening. I am seeing a resurgence of traditional mainly from men, traditional R&B that's actually like loving. I don't know if you saw, I don't know if he would consider himself R&B. I'm not going to put artists into genre boxes, but Odile recently posted a picture of him and his girlfriend. And I feel
God,
like...
and the caption.
Yeah.
Oh!
I feel like...
Oh my gosh.
It's so... It seems like something so stupid, right? But in the world of toxic romance, I won't post you until you post me, hiding your man, you have 3 girlfriends because you're all hiding. We need more examples of men coming out and loving women out loud, so other men can see that and realize this is normal. Back in the day when it's like you got Drew Hill, you got Next, you got Jagged Edge singing all these songs, will you be my wifey? Like that encourage other, do you know what I mean? Like then men are like, oh, it's not corny, like will you be my wifey? Like people will actually get in wifed. Yeah. Now it's like, I fuck her in the back of the truck. Hit the balaclava, fuck that girl, we don't feed the balanced pasta. like, what are you even saying? Like, come on, and mum's gonna lie to you and say you're the only one, but actually 4 girls come to my yard every week, you know? Well, you got me, yeah. That's not even cool.
Oh my God, no, it's so true. But we allow it to happen because girls are idiots as well.
It's the media.
It's the media. But girls are idiots too.
I want to read this post from this man that I do not know, but it came up on my Twitter. His @ is Slaughts1. And this is what I want to see, the resurgence of lover boys. Yeah. 2024.
Resurgence of lover boys.
Resurge it because I'm trying to take me out the streets.
When Prinny was like, I give it 2 years. I was like, are you okay? 2 years.
I was By
the end of this year,
I was nervous.
We better all be in luck. 2 years.
I was nervous.
I ain't even got the rest of this year.
I ain't even got 2 months.
Yeah.
I got romance on my 12-week year vision board.
So you better.
We're on fucking week 10. I got 2 weeks to find my man. Right. So. He's posted this on his Instagram and it's done its round on Twitter. He said, "Dear beloved, even if I gave 1,000 examples of what loving you is like, I'm sure you'd give me another 1,000 reasons tomorrow. I'll try to sum it up quickly because I know Shakespeare panics when I talk about you. The last 3 years with you have been the literal definition of true love. In brackets, I check Google and trust it says that, close brackets. You're beautiful in every way, and not only do I feel privileged to love you every day, I sleep with the same excitement when you know tomorrow is Mufti Day, knowing I get a chance to outdo how I loved you yesterday. I put no one above you except the Lord. Only reason I put God above you is because he set this up. I'm still waiting on him to transfer ownership of the world over to you because you deserve it. Soon as I learn how to buy land, I'll buy you an island, baby. Happiest 3 years, the love of my life, my favorite girl, the perfect girl, and the best woman my heart has ever known." He's a London boy, I just want to say.
I thought that was the Odile post. No, I saw that. Yeah. And when I read it, I said, imagine having someone
love you out
loud like that.
In English that makes sense and isn't like, through thick and thin, you've been there for me even when I was low, when I was doing my fuck shit.
And you carried me on your 2 shoulders and you cooked dinner for me. No, it's the I love you as you come without me doing things for me.
I think it's happening slowly. The boys are getting confident. The boys are getting the confidence.
It's happening too. It's not happening to me. It's not happening to me.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. God is out there working on my man.
Guys, I'm tired.
Working on his emotional availability.
Like, I'm tired. Honestly, I'm at my wit's end.
I was literally going to say that. I was going to use that word.
Like, I'm at my wit's end. Like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
Like, I know I put on this, like, I'm not even trying to get all dating diaries, but I know I put on this, since we're here, yeah, it's fine. It's not fine.
But how many times have I told you that you're lying to yourself every time you say it's fine and it's not?
How do I say this without...
It's fine to be vulnerable. It's fine to want love. It's fine to be sad that you're single, and you have to feel. No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying you, like the royal you. But it's like it's actually okay to accept that, because once you vocalize it, you know where you are, and then you know what you need. I want love. I want real love. I want this kind of lot. His lot, because that's his. I want my version, made for me. No money long, made for me. I want mine. And it's gonna happen. Speak positively.
I think I'm just sick of it. Like, in the sense where it's like the same thing over and over again over so many years. It's like
shock.
Get your excitement up, and then no, it's same. Get your excitement up, no, it's same. Get your excitement like, where's Bisou Bay? No one fucking knows. Like, where's this guy? No one knows, because they just come into your life and then they just poof. They're gone again. It's like I had a genie wish, and my genie wish is like done in 2 days. They just back into the fucking whatever thing Aladdin rubs.
Was it the genie lamp?
The lamp. It's like I'm just so over it, and then that's when I get to the point where like I just fucking don't care, because it's like, what's the point? I just feel like I'm at the stage. What's the point in putting an effort? Or like, I just feel like my luck is so unfortunate. Like, I find someone and I'm like, whoa, I would really love to get to know you. Oh no, they're going through their own fucking bullshit, and like actually they don't even have space in their life to get to know me. So it's like, what do I do? Because that's not my fault, and that's not their fault either. Like, it's just, I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of being like, I'm so busy anyways, and like it doesn't even matter.
Why do you always say that?
I got so much going on. I don't really have the time. Just had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, no,
it's a fucking lonely world out here, guys.
I know, but
it's hard. It's really hard.
There is comfort in knowing that. Even a
like...
superstar like Amaarae is going through it. You know what I mean? It's a bit sad to say, but
yeah,
you know,
it don't matter what status you are.
Like
Even Bella.
Yeah, I was trying to think, did we say it on Main or Dating Diaries? But we're all going through it. Even Beyonce.
Yeah.
Ciao, shout to get that back. Shout to get that back.
Boo.
Like,
boo, boo.
It's
they all go through it. I know, I get it, but when it's so repetitive and it's like the only consistency is repetitiveness of shit not working, takes its toll.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a lot.
It is really difficult.
It's hard.
It is. This is why I don't like. I feel like I have to protect my emotions. Like, obviously, Dating Diaries, this is a quick plug. We have extra exclusive content on Patreon each and every week. Yeah. Lovely, juicy episodes where we actually go into like detail, nitty gritty, talking about our dating. And it costs £3 a month, which is cheaper than anything that you can buy in stores right now. Quite literally.
No, literally.
So yeah, come over to the fun side and help support us, keep the lights on, keep this shit going or whatever.
Please.
But on there, I think the last couple of weeks has been like crickets from my dating life, which is like, oh, like it's good to have like date and have stories and have for content, but like this is actually my heart.
Yeah,
like I'm not playing around. Like I'm not playing around with my heart for content. I can't, because I'm honest with the fact that I am sensitive. I'm a lover girl, and I want to be loved, and I want to settle down. So if anyone comes into my vicinities that is not aligned with that, I'd rather just not even start.
Yeah,
because then I can still, sleep at night, basically. That's all it is.
Major
before,
key,
do you know what I mean? Before I get, because I know how I am. If you do tick boxes for me, I'm going to get excited. Similar to you. We're very similar.
Yeah,
just different. I mean, we express things differently, but we are very similar in that we get really excited. You're hopeful, because why shouldn't you be hopeful? Because like, don't be negative. Don't put bad juju on your situation. Like, be optimistic, be positive. The only issue is that I'm on chapter 1, or maybe I'm on chapter 50. I'm on chapter 1 and he's not in the book.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, we're not on the, it's not even about pages. Like, we're not in the same book, and it's just part of life.
I know.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame when it's like, not again.
Yeah.
Not again.
And it's just
Not
embarrassing.
again.
It's like when you catch up with like old friends, it's like, so like what's going on? It's like
Nothing.
No, just a long list of people that I fucked, and then they fucked me over, and then just and I'm not talking to anyone either. Still, again, that same place as I was 3 years ago.
Yeah. How's your baby?
Yeah.
How's your husband?
How's your husband?
Yeah,
literally. It's just like, it's just a lot. And I feel like sometimes I go through seasons where I'm like, whoa, it's really hitting me hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, actually, like, I'm cool. But I feel like the season of it's hitting me hard has lasted much longer than it has before.
I think because it's short proximity. You've dated a lot this year.
Have I?
Yeah, at least 3.
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so it's like, bass, boost. Bass,
Boop,
boop,
boop, boop,
boop,
boop, boop, boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop.
From the back, boop.
No, from the back, boop. And I don't want to be mean. This is a bit dating diary, but like, I'll get into it. But it's like, and then people are going to be like, oh, but you're picky because there's people that want you. But it's like, I shouldn't have to want the people just because they want me. I want to want you too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Like, it's like, why should I just settle just because you really like me?
You shouldn't.
And I don't really like you.
I think nothing good comes from settling, and we always put settling on relationships, right? But when it comes to your career, no one says, "Oh, just settle for that job." They're like, "Fix your CV and apply for the job you want. Take a course so you can get into the field you want." When you're looking for a property or trying to move, they're not going to say, settle for this 1-bedroom creaky leak that's got damp. They're like, no, maybe you might have to go further outside London to get what you want. Like, there's so many things that we don't apply settling to, but people do it with dating. And that is really because of the fact that there is some kind of like negative stigma with being single. No one sees the potential positives in singleness. And yes, like the main thing is, oh, you're by yourself, you're lonely, your butt's undesirable. Like, no, that's not me. That's the world. That's what the world says. But actually, it's like,
yeah,
butt's undesirable. But it's like, there's so much you can do being single. I don't have to think about anyone else. I can get up today and say, I'm going to Paris tomorrow and I'm going to frolic for 2 weeks. I don't have to think, what's my man going to eat? What's he's doing this. I've got to go here, or kids or all of this stuff. Like, you are unencumbered. You have no you have no responsibilities. You have the opportunity to do anything you want to do, make any decisions, stretch yourself, build yourself, become the best version of yourself. And sometimes we wallow in, and I would say I've been there, in just being sad and down about, I'm lonely, I'm single. And all that happens is you actually make yourself more ugly from the inside out.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm single, fine, it's gonna happen, cool. Anyway, what's the tea? I'm going gym, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm just gitchy, like trying to just trying to enjoy life for what it is. Because I know a friend of a friend, she's married, she has kids, but even if you take the kids out of it, we were talking about like career change and all this stuff, and she was like, I can't do a career change because that means taking money out of my household. And we're not in a place where
you can do that.
We can do that. And I was just like, fuck around and find
No,
out. So when you're with someone, you can't just, I can't
Make
wake up and be like, I want to be an artiste.
Yeah.
You can't.
Unless you have like a spouse that's like, I get it, we're going to go through hardship, but fine,
right, yes.
That's what you want to do.
It's a difficult conversation. It could happen,
It could happen. But like, yeah, you can't just gonna move back home to mum's quickly for like 8 months and just like save money while I figure my shit out.
Or like, even, I don't know, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason and everything happens at the right time. And I genuinely am getting closer to the point of thinking that the reason, and I've said this before, I said it to my, it's so funny, I actually said it to my mum once, and then I got back with my ex and she was like, that goes against everything you just said to me. But I basically said, I think I'm single because I'm not where I need to be. I'm not in the space. I haven't reached the space where I'm going to meet my husband or meet my partner, whatever that looks like, right? And I think about like all the things that we're doing. If someone says, boom, you need to be in Paris next week, you need to be here, you need to be here. Me and my boyfriend. I actually have to go and see his mum.
No.
Oh man.
But then I guess that's why I'm like, I always say as well, I need to find someone that I'm like, when I say like I'm busy, is because I'm like, I need to find someone that just understands that I may have to just up and go or up and do this as like I'm not home like 3 times a night or I'm DJing
Is that what
and
you
it's
want?
late. But no, I'm saying I want someone that can understand that and they're not sat at home like, why? Like they just get it and like they're also doing their own thing and then we come together and it's great when we're together. But like they get it, they understand. Like now you're thinking about mothers. It's like he's just gonna know. Like so's mom, like wifey's out working.
But that's my point about.
I'm not. I don't think I'll have like that traditional like always going like I've got to like my life is not.
No, but that's my
9 till 5.
That's my point. Right now, we're in the places we go. The types of people, obviously, we do meet creatives, but they're just like not the serious type. But so 9 times out of 10, the majority of person you meet or you speak to is just has that kind of 9 to 5 life who might not understand it. That's why I'm saying that I don't feel like, for me, I don't know, I can't speak for you, but I'm not where, like not the pinnacle of my life, but closer to there to where when I meet my partner it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm meant to have met somebody now and try and drag them
on your journey.
On my journey, because then the only thing that will be highlighted is the differences in us, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. And whether some people can't take that either. Like they won't be able to be supportive and it might be a lot for them and insecurities and intimidations come and then that's like a whole nother thing that you need to think about. If you're in that situation, maybe reconsider.
What do you mean?
I'm not saying like break up with your spouse or your person, but like sometimes things like careers and stuff do get in the way, and like sometimes if it's not working, it's not working. And you have to really think like, do I give up? Which one do you give up?
What, career or the guy?
Career or the guy, you know? This is the guy that you think is the guy. But then the guy would be like, never give up your career. I'm always going to be here waiting for you. Yeah. Supporting you along the way.
The real one will cheer you on. I think I actually have that. I was journaling today and I said that...
You're still journaling? Well done.
No, it's more of a prayer journal. So with my church, we fast every Wednesday. And before I break my fast, I just write based on like the prayer points and stuff.
What did you write about me?
What did I write about you? Well, you're in there.
Am I?
Well, not by name, obviously.
Obviously.
But
sorry, just if you're new to our podcast, I just want to let you know that Prinny doesn't talk about me ever to anyone.
No.
And she like I'm
Prinny,
an invisible
Prinny doesn't
person.
go on first dates and start talking about Amber because Prinny is on the date talking about herself. Amber goes on dates and name drops me so much that they think I'm her twin. What was I saying? Yeah, so basically the prayer point today was about the power of the tongue. Through your tongue you can breathe life into things, you can breathe death into things, and it's about positive thinking. Maybe that's why I've come on like Eat Love Pray, not every week, but anyway, a bit of extra Eat Love Pray. And then I started thinking, I was like, you know what, there's so many times, it's not, I think mainly more like career stuff. I think it's so easy to just be like negative, but it's not actually because I'm being negative. It's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
It's like oh God, if I just like, you know, be realistic, then it'll be fine if it doesn't happen or if it doesn't go big, you know. So I was like, no, like I have to stop. Like anytime I want to think about being negative, be positive. And
be
I wrote some stuff. Yeah,
bitch.
I wrote some. I was like, okay, I'm gonna write some like affirmations and like positive stuff about like the podcast and all the things that we're doing and like where I see it going and stuff. And then I wrote some stuff on relationship, and I said that I want my. No, I didn't say I want. I said my partner will love me for me and believe in my dreams more than I believe in my dreams and push me and not like resent me or not all. I can't remember like verbatim what I said, but that was kind of the vibe of like, I don't want to be with someone that after a while I was like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? No, I want them to be like, you're fucking sick. Like, do you know what I mean? I want them to be like when I'm with the thing on the phone, like, I love you, like something. Do you know what I mean?
Your
like
biggest fan. You want them to be your biggest fan.
But in like not a cringy, not in like a
do you know who the
fan
greatest
way
example is?
Who?
Candice Braithwaite.
Oh, I love her husband. Yeah.
Like him.
Like,
He
why are you
sits her down.
crying?
He's
Like-
like, hello, we've been through this before. Like,
Do you know who you are?
like, what the fuck? Like, fix up. Like, I'm giving you 2 seconds now to cry out, but like, okay, let me just let you know who you are. List her accolades and everything. And I'm like,
Yeah, I love him. I love him. Yeah.
he knows how
Yeah.
to love. I mean, from what I can see.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on when the camera's off.
Like, how to love and reaffirm and reassure
Yeah.
as well, and really put that belief into you. Like, I really do believe, like, women will go hard, go home for their man. Like, they will do
Always.
that, but like, and they will water their man or whatever it is, their partner. But I don't feel like it's always reciprocated. And I feel like women need it actually more than men do.
Yeah.
We have this superpower, we can carry on without it. But imagine the greatness we could achieve if we had a regular watering of our plants.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Like a boost, like you got this girl, like you're going to be bigger and better. And that doesn't take away from anything you're doing.
At all. It's just sometimes, like, I'm a reassurance girly. I need a pat on the back. I need to be told, babe, you've done really well. You've done so well. And I'm like, thanks. I need that.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I say all that to say, in relation to like how you're feeling, just try and think positively. Obviously, in the situation now, it's not many positives, but like, just have that outlook that, you know what, that person, that's not my person.
What if it is?
It's not. Like, you're being saved from things you don't even know. Like, it's not, and it's okay.
I love it.
And you reply, girl, like, listen, you're like, you are you, and people should be like begging to want to talk to you. And to
They
wanna
are,
be with you.
but not the ones I want to beg. Not the ones I want to beg for me. I got this fucking idiot that's been spinning the block 10 times. I don't know, he's not getting the message. I don't know, fuck off. And if I tell him fuck off, I'm mean, I'm rude. But how many times can I tell him I'm not interested? How many? Now I'm the bad guy. Now I'm the villain in his story.
No,
and
exactly.
I did it the polite way.
But that's like, now you have to see the two sides of the coin. Okay. Let me land. I think it's not gonna land. You might start crying again. But work with me. Obviously, you are like the person that's rejecting this individual. Like you're like, oh, you're cool, but you're not for me. You're nothing against you, and that is your stance with a lot of these guys. It's like nothing against you, but it's just not my vibe. And unfortunately, that might be, you're just on the other side. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now. I don't know.
He hasn't rejected me
I don't know
yet.
if that was the affirmation.
But he hasn't rejected me yet. I haven't been rejected yet.
I thought that's what you're saying.
No, I made it up in my head. He hasn't actually said it.
Okay.
No.
Whoa. You know what? When Big Mommy just needs to shut up. This is like, you're talking to your mum and she just takes it too far. Like, whoa,
Shut up.
Now you're making me cry. Like, what are you even saying to me?
Oh, God. Wow, what a fuck.
Yeah,
what that
you know
was
what?
all
Anyway,
about.
more on that over at Dating Diaries. So head over to Patreon.
Yeah, I've got a lot to get off my chest over there.
You got a lot to get to. I mean, while we're on negative stuff,
Yeah.
I just want to send so much love and so much light to Dianne Abbott.
Yeah.
I have never felt so sick in my life, and so I actually feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I feel very unsafe, unsure of what it means to be a Black woman in the UK today. And I'm just trying to figure out how I can get the fuck ASAP, because this just doesn't feel like the place.
It's just...
And we do on the podcast often, we speak a lot about race relations generally, because we are women of color and it's our podcast and this is our lived experience, so we have to speak about our experience. And I feel like sometimes we tread the line, we do say, a bit of racism.
We're like, I love a bit of sprinkle of racism.
It's sprinkle. But racism in the UK is so... it's overt. No, covert.
Yeah,
It's not
covert.
overt. No,
That was overt.
Actually, no. It is
overt.
overt. But it's like, it's one of them things where if you call it out, they'll be like, no, but it's not actually racism. I just don't like you.
They don't like calling racism. They
Racism,
don't
yeah.
like racism. They call it every other
Yeah.
word under the sun but racism.
Yeah, it's like, I just don't like her, or she's just, it's nothing
but
against
why?
that. She's just a woman, or like, it's always something, right? So let me just read this. So, massive trigger warning right now. So the Guardian has learned of a 2019 meeting at TPP. I have no clue what that stands for. TPP's headquarters, in which Hester, this is Frank Hester, who is one of, if not the biggest donor to the Conservative Party.
He donated £10 million in the last year.
Yeah. So he spoke about the executive from another organisation saying, and the person he's speaking about is Dianne Abbott. Dianne Abbott is a black woman, the first black female member of parliament.
Longest running
Black
female.
Absolutely iconic. So he says...
Of Hackney, by the way.
She's shit. Sorry, I really want to say trigger warning. It's actually going to upset me reading this. She's shit. She's the shittest person. Honestly, I try not to be sexist, but when I meet somebody like Dianne Abbott, I just ... It's like trying not to be racist, but you see Dianne Abbott on the TV and you're just like, I hate you. Wait, what? And you're just like, I hate you. You just want to hate all black women because she's there. And I don't hate all black women at all, but I think she should be shot. So he spoke about he said Dianne Abbott and somebody else needs to be shot. She's stupid. If we can get this person, I think he's talking about two people actually. So basically both of them wants to get shot. Dianne Abbott particularly makes him want to hate all black women, even though he's not racist. It's just a lot of use of the word black, a lot of use of the word shot. This in itself is hate speech. This is I'm afraid. I'm fearful for my life. This is the peak of race. Peak. And if I'm gonna call it what it is because my podcast and no one can say anything. If this was said about a Jewish person, the way in which it's being played out would be very, very, very different. The only difference is the victim.
Yeah.
You cannot, in this day and age, internationally, ever suggest, imply, or overtly say that you would want to shoot a member of that group. You cannot say that. You will lose your job. You will be ostracized. You also may be deplatformed from Twitter and all of this stuff.
Career done.
Everything locked off. Money, 10 million given back. OBE stripped. Okay. But he's okay to say this. And we've got coonish, racist apologists.
Fucking bitch.
Saying things to the... Who are you talking about?
That fucking bitch that was on TV, like, Dianne is really annoying.
Yeah, no, that one. But then there was another man saying, well, it was 5 years ago. The climate was so different back then. What climate? What are you even talking?
Mate, COVID was 4 years ago and that felt like yesterday. Do you know 5 years ago was 2019? Don't fucking
You're trying to say the climate in 2019 was different to justify somebody saying...
For being a racist cunt. Let's call a spade a spade.
It's not, this is not right. This is absolutely not okay. You've got that lady, Nana
But also,
Akua.
this is the thing as well, to your point. There wouldn't be time to be debating whether this is racist or not if it was said to a Jewish person.
Done.
You'd be labelled as anti-Semite and that would be it. You would be, as you said, ostracised.
Done.
Why are we now coming on TV shows, news shows, daily, whatever, Loose Women, whatever the fuck they are, all those type of shows, and having debates on whether what he said is racist or not? Are you out of your mind?
And who are you also, as people who are not black, to debate it? It's not for you.
It's got nothing to do with you.
It's like me saying, oh, is it anti-Semitic or not? It's not for me. It's not for me to debate it. And for all the black people that are making this a topic that should be debated. I'm disgusted, disturbed. I feel like a lot of you should be deplatformed because you do not represent
the
majority. You don't represent the majority.
And if you're not a black woman either,
Heavy on that.
Hang it up. Hang it up, because being a black man and being a black woman are two very, very, very different experiences. Because the way black men look down on black women is also mad.
Yeah.
So black men can't understand the feelings that a black woman is going to feel after hearing that. Or even Dianne Abbott, she's so scared for her life. She's like, I don't have a car. So on the weekends, I usually take the bus or I walk to do my weekly shopping. She's like, after 2 MPs died in the past few years, she's like, I'm scared for my life. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to me. She's like, my whole career has been like this. I get done for this, I get done for that, I get done for doing like mental maths just gone wrong, I get done for drinking a mojito that everyone else does. But because I'm a black woman, I'm Dianne Abbott.
And this is the state of affairs in 2024.
We've gone full circle back, you know, right? Like we were getting somewhere when that's it. It's never good. And this is the point I was trying to make like a few episodes ago when I was like, we're never gonna get it. Like, this is it. Like, the peak of things is first black person to do this in 2019 or 2024 is fucking mad. I don't like, we're not getting further than like, and I'm so I know this sounds very pessimistic and this isn't up for debate, this is just my opinion. But that's just how I feel, because I just think nothing is improving, really. Like, we're all like playing this game of like inclusivity, diversity, D&E. Let's do these shoots with all these different colored people and different disabilities and sizes and shapes, and it's just performative. I'm so sorry, but everything is performative because I'm not seeing the fruits of these labor. I'm not seeing, like, we still on Oscars and Grammys and this is still the first black woman to the first black man to the first black this, the first black that. Like, it's 2024, bro. So when is it going to be like, it's just a normal thing? It's not. I'm so sorry, but I really don't believe that it is going to be where we're just all one.
Yeah, I don't know if I will
unless we're not going to see it, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if I or we will see full equality or what. I don't even know if that there is a world for that, right? Because we've got centuries of inequality. So I don't really know if, especially a capitalist society, can stand with full equality because you need forms of exploitation. You need a kind of hierarchy. I do think I'm a bit more positive that I do think that we're on the road and we will have more improvements. The pace of those improvements and what they look like, I don't know. But I definitely think that now more than ever, and I hate using this term because I feel like people on Twitter have like bastardized it, but we need to stay on code. We have all these little coons breaking rank and going around and saying the wrong things, and you make us as a collective look stupid. If we all pulled up now to Parliament and did a protest and we're like, we're not having this, and start shaking the lamppost, I'm not inciting violence, I'm not promoting rioting, but I'm just saying, if we stood together and said enough is enough, I'm not saying that things will change overnight, but they might look at us and be like, oh wow, they formed a union, oh wow, they're on one accord, okay, they mean something. You know what I mean? But there's just so much like, I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Ghana, my jolloff's better, and like, we're just so consumed with things that are not important. We miss the things that are important. And I saw someone tweeted something, I think I retweeted it. And it was just so true. They were like, I don't understand why black people are on Twitter tweeting about things other than what on earth is going on today.
Sorry. It's not even funny. Do you know what they're tweeting about? They're outing the fact that their mum's not a qualified nurse because they've been doing all of their mums and aunties coursework. Did you see all of that happening on Twitter
I saw
the
that.
other
It's
day?
fucking disgusting. So this guy said, I can't believe black people in the UK are talking about other things right now. This Dianne Abbott situation directly affects you. It's time to stand on business for once. You don't act like politics is optional. It isn't. Your lives are being made worse right now. If you can't process and understand how significant this moment is, and the responses to this will dictate future happenings, I don't know where your mind is. Because if he's able to get away with this,
done.
And I tweeted something, and I think it is quite controversial. I personally don't think it's a stretch, but what did I say? How did I say it? Let me get my words. Let me get my words right. What the hell did I say? I said excusing racism is the origin of genocide.
Yeah.
Genocide, by definition, is a form of ethnic cleansing. It's based on prejudice. It's based on racism. And it is upheld because they excuse the fact that it's racist.
Yeah.
We can't tolerate it. Like, and I don't understand. Right? First of all, people are so scared to use the word racism. But I also don't understand why it's not taken seriously. It should be like a misdemeanor, like a little crime. Like it should not be tolerated.
It shouldn't.
But it's only tolerated to black people, I think.
Black women, especially.
Especially.
Who's Dianne Abbott at the end of the day? She'll be fine. It's just words. No, it's not just words when you have your little incel group following you. Now they're shooting every black woman on site because my man said, like, people are psychotic. People are psychotic. When shit has been going on in Palestine, they're shooting little Muslim kids in America because what? They're not even Palestinian.
Yeah.
They're just Muslim. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, okay, the sane people might not do anything, but there are people out there that take it for face value, and are like, yeah, same. Every time I look at a
black woman, I want to shoot
her,
them.
And now,
yes,
this is what it leads to. Like, call it an exaggeration. It happens every day in this day and age. Like, it happens right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get my words out.
No. Perfectly said. I just, livid, fuming. And there's actually a petition going around. I'm going to retweet it on Silent City Diaries Twitter to get Frank Hester's OBE stripped from him.
Be gone, bro.
Because that's just disgusting.
She's reported him for hate crime, but God knows what's that sort of if they're going to take that seriously. Some said, like, hate crime is basically borderline terrorism as well. Like,
no, sorry, I don't know why I said
Yeah, no, sorry, like, yeah.
Yes, heavy on that.
Ridiculous.
God, time has absolutely flown.
Us.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Like, how did we get here?
Okay,
I just have a quick point. Oh my God, I've got this new segment.
Oh, we didn't do martini moment.
Fuck. What's martini moment? All right, what's martini?
What's my martini moment?
Right, let me do my little segment.
My one's toxic, but
what is it?
My martini moment. It's
Go.
just like, I've been fucking around.
Oh my God. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
My martini moment is just being alive, man. Honestly. I know it sounds a bit stupid.
It was a bit bleak, but yeah.
It was a bit bleak, yeah.
Fairs, cheers. Ching, ching. Drink, drink.
That was terrible. We'll go harder next week.
We'll go hard next week.
So obviously I'm a finance girly, and it's like, why have I never done a little like finance in fashion?
Do you know what I mean?
Like, get into the I had a whale of a time doing this investigative journalism.
Let's go.
Right. So it was recently announced, we did miss it in the last episode, that Matches Fashion is potentially going into administration only 3 months after it was purchased by big boy Mike Ashley's Fraser's Group for 52 million.
Whoa.
Right. So the time at which they did the purchase, they were obviously privy to the published financial accounts, right? And I assume that through the process of the sale, they would have done due diligence, and they would have had to hand over. I used to do due diligence. They would have handed over their internal finances up until the date, but those ones aren't public yet. They're just internal, right? Bro, I think they are cooking. They cook the numbers.
Oh no.
No, I think they cook the numbers. So the reason why Fraser Group are like, we ain't doing this, they cited unsustainable losses and they just said, this is a mess. And if we want to fix it, it's probably going to cost us too much to fix. It's not 100% confirmed what they're going to do. They might maybe like do a slight restructure where they sell some parts, get rid of some parts and streamline and sack people and whatever the case may be, and see if they can find a profitable operation. But it's leaning towards the administration route. So financial highlights. So the losses went crazy from 2020 to 2023. So I think their year end is January. So at January 2020, 5.9 million in losses. Right? 2021, 36.6 million. 2022, 39.8 million. And 2023, 70.9 million.
What the fuck?
But this was all public information.
Right.
This was all public, right? So if we look at, obviously, the 2020 to 2021, that's a mad jump, but that's COVID.
Fine.
So you'll say, COVID,
okay.
fine, losses, got it, right? So 2021 to 2022, we only went from 37 mil to 40 mil. So an extra 3 mil, like we're getting out of COVID. We're getting out of it, right? And then from 2022 to 2023, that 40 million to 71 million,
is mad.
Most of it, because I did analysis and I'll go into it, most of it actually relates to a one-off employee settlement of 24 million.
What?
Release them files. What happened?
What the fuck?
So that could be, I don't know if they paid the person 24 million or if it was like costs as well, maybe legal costs and maybe other stuff. But they've been hiding that. So that settlement was maybe like a couple years before, and then they finally just put it in the numbers.
What happened?
I want to know. If anyone works at Matches.
Anyone works at Matches, who got paid
I actually
out
know someone that used to work there, but I don't know. We're not that close to message, but maybe I might get nosy.
But you're doing it for journalistic purposes.
So, right. So if we look at, and the reason why I say it's mainly because of that, because their costs didn't really go up and their revenue didn't really go up. So it's like, their revenue didn't go down significantly and their costs didn't go up significantly. So the loss can't be explained through the business trading. So distribution costs went up a little bit, but obviously things are getting a bit more expensive. Online sales went down slightly. In-store retail sales went up slightly. Interestingly enough, sales in the Far East, so that's items that are delivered to the Far East, went down from 95 million the year before to 77 million. And we all know the luxury queens and kings are out there. So if they're cutting back and not shopping at Matches, that is actually indicative of where things are going, and we're going to see that knock-on effect. And then everywhere else in the world, the sales actually went slightly up. So people are shopping a bit more. So the tea is, they should have published their 2024, because their year end is to in January, right? So they should have published their am I getting this right? What year are we in?
24.
That's wrong. Maybe I'm getting these numbers wrong. Anyway, whatever. They should have published, not the numbers, the years. They should have published their
23.
Their 23. Yeah, I know why they've done this numbers like that, but anyway, that's beside the point. They should have published it 3 months ago. They haven't. There is a red flag on their accounts. They are 3 months late. Why would anyone not want to publish the numbers? Because it's an jump scare. It's got to be a jump scare.
It's got to be mad.
It's got to be mad. And that's only to Jan 23, which means they can also see everything that's to Jan 24. So they currently are sitting on 2 years worth of financials that look an absolute dirty mess.
Who's in this finance team?
Listen, whoever it is a fucking wizard.
Fired? No, it's not their fault. The company's the company, right? I always wonder, whose fault is this? Who at the end of the day gets told off for the company not performing, or the numbers not numbering? Why have we got so many dips and dips?
No, the numbers not. The numbers probably look better than what they really are. The job of the finance person is to make it look
good.
Make it look good and do some accounting that's a bit shaky. Yeah, it's a bit shaky. So yeah.
Shocking now. Matches, bro. Listen, I don't trust these third party. If you're gonna get the diner, Go get the designer from the shop or from Selfridges. I don't trust it. These Matches and these Farfetches and these Senses, I don't trust them, you know. Me nah trust them. I've been saying this from day dot. I don't trust them. Now I got things I want to send it back and say no because it's in administration. No. Girls.
Crazy.
Girls and boysies. Don't be silly.
Wait,
Don't be a fucking idiot. As Uncle Abu would say.
I just actually had a brain moment. I need to check something because I think I just told some lies. Wait.
Oh no.
Our table
It's
is
broken.
No, I think I just mixed up Matches and Farfetch for 1 second.
Oh.
Let me just check. No, basically, okay. Now I understand why I got it right.
Go.
It's Farfetch. So Matches, all these numbers, all these finances is true. They're up to date on their No. They're up to date on filing their accounts. I think the point I was trying to make is that their next set of accounts up to January 2024 will come out in October.
Right.
But internally, that's probably what Mike Ashley and his man are looking at. And they're like, is this how you lot fucking performed this year? What the frig?
And they're like, we're getting out.
That's that. Separately, Farfetch are 3 months behind on filing their accounts. So I'm like it's a honker in there.
Even back to my point, even more.
It's a honker.
When I say Farfetch, you're looking at me like...
Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah. What have I been saying? the notes be noted.
Listen,
I got carried away in my investigation.
We find the truth and tell the truth, but the truth is sometimes twist and maybe the next episode we get the real truth.
You know what it is? I just got really excited. So I was going down this deep hole.
She was like, more passion, more energy, no truth, no truth.
No fact checking.
No fact checking.
But I like this. I'm going to be good. Now, when we announce things, I'm getting in the numbers.
Mate. Yeah, because you know I'm now getting
Let
into
me
no
in there.
number.
But I was scrolling up and down because I was like,
what the hell?
I was like, what is this 24 million? I had to read the notes. And I was like, is that, you're going to give me,
crazy.
I was like, you're going to give me one, you're going to say an employee settlement, you're going to give me one sentence. I started Googling it.
Nothing's coming up, mate. That's all embargoed or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I know the Kitty Bubs and Kitty Boys hoped for an Oscars.
I know you guys hope, but
we had some notes.
Next
week?
Yeah, next week. Yeah. Bit late.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, but we'll have a giggle, we'll have a schmiggle.
As always, if you've got some time, if you could just review, follow this podcast on Apple Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, if you can just subscribe, like and comment.
Smash the like button.
And yeah, share it with your friend, your neighbour, your sister's cat's dog.
I have something to say on that. If you've made it to the end of this episode and you absolutely loved it, please share it on your IG story and tag us and say, this was amazing!
Yeah, let us know if you're listening. We absolutely love being tagged when the girls working my 9 to 5, doing this, watching the pod, listening to the pod. I'm like, oh my God, I love that, I'm part of your day routine on a Thursday or whatever day you listen to us. But yeah, do all of that lovely stuff so we can keep the lights on and stay here to help you. We'll be heading over to Patreon now, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Bye.